Mr. John Hagan, #1 man on the Glory Seeker. He is the test puller, 10,000-pound Pro Stock tractor in Fisher, Illinois. Here we've changed his mind. He's got 75 feet to do that. The ETA on that was about 5 seconds to get 75 feet, and that ought to made him somewhere around 200. Well, I imagine that John's going to drop back here. He has 2 options. That's also going on here on the fairgrounds during our tractor pull session this evening. Mr. John Hagan, Galesburg, Illinois, and a tractor we call the Glory Seeker. 1066 International. Oh, John said don't like that launch. I'm pretty sure he'll exercise an option here. I'm going to drop her down #6 man, which is the option of the #1 puller in the class. Can come back immediately or fall to 6th position. On a new track, it's an almost automatic bet that a man will go to 6, hoping that they break this track open for him by the time he comes back. That's going to bring in #2 man in the class. He's in the shotgun seat. He don't have any options. Whatever he gets is what he's going to take. Well, we put our transfer back where it was before. We just changed the setting a little light to pan up coming in here. Transfer the same as when we started, and Ken Payne will be the first man down the track in the #2 position with different strokes out of Petersburg, Indiana. 1466 Powerball. Out of Petersburg, Indiana, as he snakes her down the track. Now, man, all that in a straight line, that'd be quite a bit of distance, but it's going to cost him a little wiggle around like that. Snaked her out of there 4 times before they got the sled to stop him.
Kent Payne's distance was 269 feet 11 inches, 269.11.
Lance Little in the gangrene as he takes this lock out of the chain. First one in the long green line. Supposed to got the yellow wheels, but instead we got the optional shiny ones on here. You folks think that flame job on that hood's fake. I could tell you a time or 2 where it disappeared off that hood with real ones. Mr. Miller says we're ready to go. And we'll bring a 4960 up to pressure.
Lance Little's distance was 280 feet 10 inches, 280.10.
this thing up here. Yeah, all right, the Green Extreme. Pay particular attention to this piece of John Deere equipment. Oh, we give one up and we brought it to pressure there, but a real fine pass on 5-cylinder. Mr. Mike Sarver out of Richmond, Indiana, with the John Deere 4955 called the Green Extreme. Block from needed replaced with the 619 replacement block. John Deere 5010 actually.
Mike Sarver's distance was 265 feet 8 inches, 265.8.
As our track crew brings the track into shape here, a very competitive class here in the 10 and 12,000 pound pro, this being our 10,000 pound division. Usually have a few more tractors in the class, but these boys have been running every night for about 2 weeks, and that does take its toll. We've got a couple of them broke down. As quick as the wheels will turn in the machine shop, they'll be back on the track. And you know how it is with a machinist. He's like a constipated mathematician. He's got to work it out with a slide rule. Alright, Mr. John Moomaw says we're ready. Dickie Miller agrees with that theory. And Alan Ashman out of Fulton, Illinois, about to go with the big boys' toy. Things are getting intense. The ETA was long and the ground distance was short.
Alan Ashman's distance was 244 feet 5 inches, 244.5.
Carl Merzinski. Nice Irish lad. All right, this track crew working diligently here this evening as they bring things into shape. Mr. Carl Merzinski is ready. We bring the track maintenance equipment out of the way. And 10,000 pound, the 7120 flirting with disaster about to come to life. Now that was not the pull Carl Merzinski had planned, but it was the pull he received. See, the elapsed time between the 0 and the 75-foot mark is enough time to normally travel 200 feet down the track. That tractor takes the whole there at about 75, 80 feet, changes its entire complexion and its handling capabilities. When she hooked, he took a deep bite on the right side, bent him to the left. There was really nothing he could do to bring it back or stomp on a brake, which was going to take distance.
Saturday night. We got a thanks one up in
Carl Merzinski's distance was 182 feet even,
This Ford was born
182.0.
on smoke and fast-turning wheels. Glory seeker comes to her knees. And 10,000 pounds. Looked a little bit like we might have had a barrel about to go down here in the pump as he took off.
one over.
In 1466, we call the sweet little 66.
Oh, yeah?
Now, I had the fortune of following these fellas in here this afternoon, and being like most local Hicks, they started to turn out here to the main gate, and I jumped on the Sea Business radio there, a little trucker's toy, a Japanese joint. I said, no, don't turn there, go on up by the railroad track and make a right at that gate. Then it occurred to me they took the railroad track out about 7, 8 years ago. It ain't there.
John
Don't
Hagen's
turn there
distance
no
was
more.
184 feet 5 inches, 184.5.
J.R. Quant in the sweet little 66 out of Mason, Illinois. J.R. been in this class about 2.5 years now, does an excellent job here in the sweet little 66. Well, it's all there is. There ain't no more in this sweet little 66. And judging from here, which is hard to do, it might be belonging to the long green line tonight. Third week in February, goes the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky. The granddaddy of all indoor pulls. This gentleman been in the winner's circle many, many times down there. Is one of the most prestigious events that you might win. Mr. Carl Merzinski. Whoa, changed our mind within 75 feet there. Them nasty old farm stock tractors come in there. Wyatt Richard, he's a dirt kicker from way back. You'll be able to get your job in line dancing business there, Dick. Well, Carl has developed a problem here for sure. Carl Merzinski out of Hillsboro, Illinois. He can't elect to drop yet if he thinks he can fix this mechanical problem. Carl Merzinski gonna drop her down.
Carl Merzinski dropped back to pull later in the class.
I forgot they don't teach that in school anymore, you see. It's what time break is in first hour study hall.
Okay, who's the homie?
Well, I might be a little optimistic on our gear selection here.
Make me start dragging the keel. Oh, shit, I got it.
I know we pull it. You seen them farm tractors pull it. The free tree from the commercial building from
Jim Gunn
IIFF.
went 66
You will
feet
receive
even,
a letter as to when to get your
66.0.
tree. Thank you. And in comes J.R. Quant with the sweet little 66, 12,000 pound of farm haul. When the motor will run.
They've added some weight to the sled.
Also, as we get ready to go here, Mike Sarver's Green Express, we'd like to extend our thank you to Illini IFS, Mr. Michael Suits, for a donation of diesel for the tractors that work the track here at the Fisher Community Sale. Mike Suits, our Illini IFS representative, donating the diesel fuel for the tractors and loaders that help maintain the track here at the Fisher Community Sale. Our thanks to Michael Suits of Illini IFS. All right, we get the kill business all hooked up here on the Green Extreme. We got the big hook drop. And it is painted on the back of a lot of seats when you drop that hook. When the big hook drops, the bull crap stops. And we bring the Green Extreme to tighten the chain. We're about to build manifold pressure on Sarver Farm. Mike Sarver, Richland, Indiana.
They didn't change the weight on the sled before Mike Sarver pulled, so we have 2 full pulls for J.R. Quant and Mike Sarver. Alan Ashman was the first tractor on the new sled setting. In And he went 254 feet 11 inches, 254.11 on the new sled weight.
Down there breathing hard on that 300-foot mark.
Lance Little's distance was 268 feet 6 inches, 268.6.
They'll charge you something up here. Ray more reasonable than Colonel Sanders anyways. Come on out to Glades Hall. But he got a little more smolder than what he had at first pass. Carl Merzinski out of Hillsboro, Illinois, and flirting with disaster.
Hey, Mike,
Sublin Salvage helping us out down there at the end.
Carl Merzinski went 161 feet 11 inches, 161.11.
That's why they were wrapped all the way around to the fender. Folks, are you enjoying what you see here tonight? Put your hands together. Let your board members and your director, full superintendent know you've enjoyed this show here this evening. We got a lot of
Jim Gumm's distance was 178 feet 1 inch, 178.1.
All right, as we bring J.R. Quan in here on the sweet little 66 out of Mason, Illinois. 1466. First Vanderdrager at the gate before the reset. Left to right on the hill. Nice pass for J.R. Quant, the sweet little 60-60. Let her drift as we went over the knoll down there. But whether we drifted enough to unseat Lance Little in the Gangarene, who is currently in the lead at 268 and 6. We'll see what we get out of the sweet little 66 of J.R. Quant.
J.R. Quant went 226 feet 4 inches, 226.4.
Alright, Sarver Farms, Richland, Indiana, and the Green X3. Second man to go out the gate into pull-off. gentlemen, with the plan. If you notice, we loaded the box before we ever started this evening. We've handled no more weights. This very same sled started out here yesterday afternoon in the barnyard plant at 2,500 pounds. We worked 2,500-pound tractors yesterday afternoon, 3,200-pound tractors, 4,200-pound tractors come in the 10 speed, Petersburg, Indiana, different strokes.
Mike Sarver's distance was 233 feet, 10
All right,
inches,
and there we go.
233.10.
Last man of the night, 1466 Primo. Oh, we had a big pile of light when the fire went out. 10 speed out of Petersburg, Indiana with different strokes.